review of the Edgenuity lesson, quadratic functions in factored form. So the first example here, it says, find the x and y intercepts of f of x equals x minus 6 times x minus 2. So when you're trying to find the x-intercept, what you do is you plug, remember that this f of x is the same thing as y. We're going to plug in a 0 there. I'm going to write a y there so we don't get confused. So we're going to plug 0 in for this part, the y part, and solve the function that way, or the equation. Okay, so now when it's factored like this, and both, you know that they're multiplying to make 0, you can use the zero product property that says for these to get multiplied and be 0, either x minus 6 has to be 0 or x minus 2 has to be 0. So we have two x-intercepts. One is going to be at 6 and one is going to be at 2. And remember, that's where the graph will cross the x-axis, at 6 and 2. So the coordinates of these points are the x-coordinate was 6 and we plugged in 0 for y. The x-coordinate is 2 when we plugged 0 in for y. For the y-intercept, you plug 0 in for x. So it's kind of like the opposites. The x-intercept, 0 for y, y-intercept, 0 for x. So 0 minus 6 is negative 6, times 0 minus 2 is negative 2. So our y-intercept is going to be 12. So it's going to cross our vertical axis at 12. And so the ordered pair that goes with it, we plugged in 0 for x and got 12 for y. So example 2 says find the vertex of example 1. So as a reminder, the vertex is going to be exactly, the x-coordinate of the vertex is going to be exactly in between our two x-intercepts. So there's two ways you can think of it. You could put it on graph paper, an x-intercept at 6, an x-intercept at 2, and find out exactly where the middle is. We can also find the average of the two. And so remember, to find the average, you add them up and then divide by how many there are. So I'm going to add the 6 and 2, and there's only two numbers. So I'm going to divide it by 2. So the x-coordinate of the vertex is going to be 4, because that's halfway between 6 and 2. To get the y-coordinate that goes with 4, you plug it back into the original equation. So what y-coordinate goes with 4? So 4 minus 6 times 4 minus 2. I'm just plugging it in right there. So 4 minus 6 is negative 2. 4 minus 2 is 2, so 2 times negative 2 is negative 4. So the coordinates of our vertex are going to be 4, negative 4.